talk about how Batman is a room with a guy dressed as a baby, another guy dressed as a Santa's elf, another guy dressed as a beat up king, and a Harlequin, and somehow he fits right in. One thing I'm really loving about this show too, and I don't know, maybe I don't know if it's not the point of it or not, but it's something that like I've noticed ever since someone really pointed out in The Dark Knight, because us growing up, if you've grown up with Batman or just superheroes in general, you're just like, oh yeah, Batman fights the criminals, and yeah, we know he's the good guy, so he should interrogate the clown guy in the cell. But then when you take a step back, and people are like, no, don't let him do it. Like people like on the police force, like, what are you doing? Don't let him do this. Why are you letting him do that? And you're like, no, shut up, you guys. He's the good guy. Only until you then take a step back and look at it from their point of view of this is a man dressed as a bat beating the shit out of a clown. Like, when you take a step back, you're like, this is kind of insane. You really do see the insanity that is Batman. Oh, God. And that's also the funny thing about this, too, is it's really, but also the introduction of Harley, or at least this version of Harley, which very much is like, she feels like a mix between Harley Quinn, Hugo Strange, and the Joker. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, you could, like, Hugo Strange probably would kind of work here, too, but I don't think Hugo Strange really is, like, a fighter. But then again, Harley didn't really fight him either. But still, like, this feels like something like a Hugo Strange, along with, Joker kind of thing, because she is very interested in Batman, and in a sense, like, she kind of said, like, oh, I knew you'd come for me, I'm your type. Like, that feels kind of like a Joker thing to do. But then also on the same note, I could believe this is a possibility for Harley if she never met the Joker. If she never met the Joker. And also another thing, too, and I'm assuming this might be a twist later. Again, the show's already been off for weeks or so I'm probably right or wrong, who knows. But I'm going to go ahead and guess, because she says this part right now where she says, oh, I knew you would come for me when I first profiled you. And then later on, when, like, she leaves bats in, like, one of the container things, and she goes, oh, maybe next time we can talk about your childhood trauma. And I'm just looking at him like, she knows that's Bruce, right? Like, I like how vague she's kind of being. I think it's supposed to be like, we're supposed to be like, oh, she's just like, oh, she just knows him so well. I'm like, I think she knew, soon as Bruce Wayne walked into her office, I think she immediately knew that was the Batman. Like, that's why she left the folder there that was blank. Because it's like, why would a rich billionaire have the skills to just, like, snatch something, like, really quickly? And also, why would a rich billionaire who's literally just trying to let all of it, like, just doing this just because it's a court order, like, why would he then steal this file about himself to then, like, it at least maybe to me, it doesn't make sense. Unless, obviously, he's trying to hide something. Harley knows, yeah, he's the Batman. But yeah, God, it is just fun. Because again, also, like, I feel like if they find out, like, one of the reasons why she's doing this, because it's pretty much just to explain what's happening. Okay, yeah. Sad clown that Harley tortures by tickling him. Like, okay, so pretty much all of these rich billionaires are going missing for whatever reason. They're all going missing. Bats and Barbara are trying to figure out, like, okay, why are these billionaires going missing, and why do they pop up? Are they crazy? And, like, one of them, like, pops up as a pharaoh, but, like, he also gave away his entire fortune, and apparently this has been going on actually for, like, years. But only recently now are they, like, being dressed up in costumes. And later on we find out Harley is, like, psychologically breaking them. She's psychologically breaking them and kind of making them dependent on her, which, like, I'll say this, that's an interesting way to flip the whole, idea of Harley Quinn, because, Harley Quinn's whole thing is that the Joker kind of broke her mind and made her dependent on him. This is the opposite. Harley, instead of Harley being the quote-unquote victim, she's the one, instead of her being like the Stockholm Syndrome victim kind of character, she's making the other characters that, breaking their minds. Her, even like the big baby guy, he, she says, oh, do this for him, break the king man's face and all this, and make him give up all his secrets and wealth, and you can have pudding. And he goes, pudding. And I'm like, all right, I get it. So this is a very interesting way to flip that idea and keep similar thoughts for what Harley Quinn is. But again, just flipping that whole idea too. Also, okay, so pretty much while this is all going on, Barbara is trying to investigate it. Bats is trying to investigate it. Also, while this is going on, Harley's trying to get with the lady cop. Is it Lena? I can't remember her name. Trying to get with the lady cop, and they actually do go on a date. It seems to be going well. She even gets a kiss. Like, so cute. Then it gets a joke like, hey, Barbara's kind of snooping around your place by her Alfred, and Harley's like, well, shit. And pretty much, like, this is pretty much, I think, setting up a little bit for, I don't know if Barbara will become Batgirl or Batwoman, I don't know. But, like, you do see her a little bit more, like, going out of her way to try and, like, not really help Bats, but figure this out, especially because Harley is her friend. Let's see here. Someone broke his mind. Foot tickling. Yeah. Harley really wanted to do some role play. Oh, Harley even telling Barbara, Gotham needs you. Like, not like saying like, oh, she knows that she's Batgirl or some shit like that, but like in a sense, like I just feel like that kind of foreshadowing of like she might become Batgirl. Also, it seems like each of these outfits that they're in ties into the person in some way. Like, the one guy that sets Batman on this whole thing is a guy dressed up as a pharaoh, but then when he goes to his office, he finds like a secret pharaoh background, so like, okay, so I guess these are stuff they do behind the scenes, I guess. I don't know. This guy, he apparently is very rude to his son, and so Harley made him write 1,000 times, I've been a very bad man. And he's like, I hate this! And he's like, and I had her. They're like, what did you tell your son? It's not work unless you bleed for it. Keep doing it until you start bleeding. 10,000 more lines. Like, holy shit. Which, fun fact, back in high school, for freshman year, I was in detention a lot. Not really, I was a smart ass. But, like, you could get if you got, like, 4 homework detention, which is, like, if you don't finish your homework, you get sent to homework detention, which is, like, an extra hour after school. And if you go 4 of those, you then go to detention at the end on Friday, which was a half day where you spend the rest of the day doing military drills. It sucked. I should do an animation of that. In any case, one of the things they would sometimes have us do for punishment was write lines on like why you were there over and over again. And they say, give me 10 sheets. They did not say, though, however, how big the lettering could be. So I wrote, like, big ass, like it was the shittiest writing. It was the biggest words. Like, I was a kindergartner. And I also, to be fair, I probably also got away with it too because the Dean of Discipline, as well as the security guard, Mr. Cleaves and Mr. Lee, both badasses. And if that doesn't tell you why I probably got they were the best ones. They saw like, wow, this kid is kind of getting the shaft. Like Mr. Cleaves, oh shit. Mr. Cleaves literally, just going off on a tangent. Mr. Cleaves put me into his homeroom because my homeroom teacher, Mr. I'm not sure if like saying his name would like get me sued or something. We'll call him Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. You bald-headed dick. Um, he hated when, like, okay, so when I was in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, homeroom, like every month or so, there was like a meeting of all the class homerooms, and we would do. It's going off on a tangent. I'm sorry, it doesn't have to do with Batman, but I just gotta bring this up. We would all have to come up with a chant, like a new chant. And sometimes, like, we'd like, oh, Spartans, oh, some shit like that. Or one time we like one guy, Christian, he like really liked Power Rangers, and so we did Power Ranger shit. Also, God, I'm so many tangents I could go on this. But just, okay, so he saw himself as the Red Ranger, and he, like all his other friends, oh, you're the Green Ranger, you're the Blue Ranger, you're this Ranger, you're this Ranger. And, like, he's talking about, like, the original Mighty Morphin. And then he came to me and he said, you're the White Ranger. And I'm like, holy shit, yes, because that was my favorite Ranger. I was like, oh my God. And I never told him that shit. He just said I was the White Ranger, because I'm like, yes. Anyways, so we would do a bunch of things. The one song, the one chant that Mr. Teenage Ninja Turtle never wanted us to say was Teenage Ninja Turtle, because the dude was bald as shit. I have nothing against people that are bald, but this guy was also a dick, and also he put me in detention at one point for not eating vegetables, so fuck him. He's a principal now. Fuck him even harder. And I'm sorry for every child in that school. I apologize. God. You know Alan Walker from D. Gray Man? Yeah, like Mr. Walker. No, if you take out the Walker, you just made it like Mr. Yeah, okay. Any case, anyways, Mr. Cleave saw like how shitty this guy was, and like I was getting bad rum. He moved me to his homeroom, and I had really no problems for the rest of the year. The teachers in that school were dicks. Don't go to, like, if there's a noble school, especially in Chicago, a noble school, get the hell out now. By God. And don't go there. Holy shit, don't go there. I don't know if they gotten better or not. I'm gonna go ahead and guess not. Don't. In any case, sorry. Where was I? I completely forgot. Where was I with Batman? God. Alright. Let's see. Nicest Arkham ever. Oh yeah, they show Arkham Asylum in this. Oh yeah, these two dating. It's cute. I love seeing those two date.
Next time, huh? Guess I'm doing okay then.
There's a call for Dr. Quinzel.
Also, again, the art style. I just love the background in this show. It's so good. They aren't gonna animate that for shit. Again, just the craziness of this. Like, she's dressed perfectly fine for the time period. And there's just dude dressed as a bat. Doesn't even have any, like really big tools other than the thing. Oh, wait, I remember now. I kind of remember. Well, the Egyptian room. It was funny because when they went to the Egyptian room, I guess the cops were setting up a sting there. And they saw bats go in, and they throw it, they're like, haha, we got him now! Tosses a tear gas in the room with bats. Bats looked at it. It cuts to the cops, and then you just see the can fly back out. And they're like, oh shit! And I'm just like, God, you morons! And then bats, like, then Bullet goes in, and they're like, oh, get him, goes in. And then Batman just takes everyone out outside in the cloud and leaves. And Bullet's like, he's not in there! God. What does Bruce Timm have against Bullock? Harley getting that kiss. The playpen where all those crazy guys are. Eventually, yeah, so Barbara snoops around. Just, why are you here? Why are you trying to break into the house? And Barbara goes, why are you trying to break into the house? You're bad, Barbara, whatever.
Do you have proof of that?
No.
Also, I will say this right now. Barbara's an idiot. Barbara's a little stupid. Barbara's a little stupid in this cartoon. In this cartoon picture. She's a little stupid. like, okay, so Bats gets shoved into the here. Harley locks him in. Alright. Circular room. Middle console. This does really feel like, again, the older comics. Because, yeah, when the hell has Gas ever been really effective against Batman in, like, media recently? At least, like, if it's not him starting out. Well, I guess it's still him starting out. But, like, recently, I would think about that real quick. He's just like, aha, I have a gas mask, or some shit like that.
Look, I don't want to kill you, but I need to give myself a head start.
I love that design.
Hero complex doesn't bite me in the hiney. You've got a few minutes to figure your way out before the house blows.
Quinzel.
Maybe next time we can unpack some of that childhood trauma.
Also, I don't know where all these guys went. Also, like, is it, like, gonna be something like Harley's gonna make villains for Bats? That'd be kind of interesting. Here's the thing, too, like, some people probably hate it. I kind of like it. I like a focal point for, like, why shit is going wrong in some stories. Like, The Amazing Spider-Man, I like The Amazing Spider-Man, and I think it was in Spectacular, too. I can't remember. Where, like, the big... I at least know in the 2017 Spider-Man one, I think. The main point of, like, that caused, like, all the villains to be created and everything that happened is because of Oscorp. Like, it's like it's a single focal point that is then used to expand on it, but it all ties back to Oscorp building up the main bad guy that he's making all these other bad guys who eventually will break off on their own, but it is like that little focal point that I kind of really like. That's the linchpin. It'd be cool if Harley's that linchpin in this continuity. Okay, Barbara runs in. She's in this room, middle console. Batman's in this, like, thing with no doors or no buttons on the side. So, I don't know. To me personally, I'd probably be like, maybe I should go to the console and start pressing shit because it's a piece of goddamn glass. At least that's what I would assume to do. What does Barbara do? Caveman this shit. And she does this for like a solid 4 minutes. Just beating the shit out of this. I kind of, after the first 2 or 3 strikes after it didn't crack, I probably would have been, maybe I should go press the buttons. But then it's funnier because then Harley sees that her friend is there. And she's like, well, shit, I can't let Barbara die. Harley goes, look, stupid, we gotta go. Yeah.
Now, we're not leaving without him.
Yeah, and then
You damaged it.
she beat the shit out of it, and then now you can't even use the button because she already broke the shit out of it. God damn it, Barbara! Are you sure you're a redhead? You think you're not? Oh, God, never mind. Oh God, but explosions happen. Bats falls. Harley's about to fall and pull a Batman Beyond.
Let me go, Barbie.
They both fall. Bats goes, I won't kill you, but I won't save you. Giant moon. I do like how she took her shoes off. Since, probably running around with those shoes would probably hurt and probably not be the greatest.
Your friendship with Dr. Quinzel made you reckless. You should have left.
Shut up. Just shut up.
Also, can I just... He's like, well, sorry, ma'am. No, but... Can I also say, too, like, I know it's, like, a thing to, like, say, like, oh, this character's autistic, this character's not. Bats also got, like, I just want to say it around. Bats kind of feels like that a tiny bit, a little bit. Like he can't really read emotions all that well. Because even, like, right now, he felt like, it felt like a Sheldon moment. Like, your friendship with her was bad. That's why, like, you should have just left when you had the chance. Like, it's like, read the room, Bats! Read the room! And he's like, Well,
I have to go.
see, like that. Like he's like, well, I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry.
and then also she said she's gonna meet her back up at Hopper's. She's waiting for whoever knows not long. She looks sad. It kind of sucks, honestly. Especially because she probably feels stood up. Also, like, just idea. Like, I don't think this Gotham is gonna be like homophobic or anything. But I do like, assuming, let's say it is whatever, like 1920s, whatever, and they are homophobic. Like, imagine you find someone who's kind of cool, who you like each other, stuff like that, and then like they kind of just stand you up. I'm like that's gotta suck. That's gotta really suck. But Harley does call.
Hello?
Hey, Renee, it's me. I'm sorry I couldn't make it.
Where are you? Is everything okay?
I'm gonna leave town for a while.
Also, what if someone else picked up the phone?
I promise. Keep an eye on Barbie for me, okay?
I also like how she still wants Barbara to get watched over so.
Harleen.
So I kind of do like the whole thing that they were showing the friendship between these three also. Honestly, like, Bats definitely is more like, also Bats at one point, like, when Barbara checks out Harley's, office, like, she goes there and just looks ransacked. I'm like, oh, did Harley try to get rid of evidence or whatever? And like, nope, Bats just went in there and just went, ah! Just tore shit up and like, god damn it. But, yeah, god, look at that backgrounds. I'm gonna redo the backgrounds for Wolftown, like, try to get something similar to this style. Well, I don't know, yeah. That's gonna be a minute. But in any case, I like this show. This show's this Harley's really interesting. I really like this Harley. I want to see how this is gonna play out, because I think right now she's one of the only villains who hasn't died. Because Firefly died. Did the other ones die? I can't remember. Because there was Firefly. No, Penguin's in jail. What was the other ones? Shit. I can't remember. Shit. Penguin's in jail. I can't remember. Let me check. Your channel. Let's see. Oh, Catwoman's in jail. And Clayface is in jail. Okay, so all of them are in jail. The only one that's dead is Firefly. Okay. But, or Firebug, not even Firefly. It's Styro corrected me, telling me that, yeah, Firebug and Firefly are two different characters. I did not know that. But, yeah, also, we don't know what happened to the patients. Are they just let loose in Gotham to run amok? Did Harley take them somewhere? Did she shove them in the trunk? Like, I don't know. But, let's see, what else is there? Harley saying you know your childhood. Barbara ain't that bright. Bats really comes off as autistic. Bats just ransack the place. Oh yeah, the nicest Arkham. Harley breaking people's minds to make them better. Lady Cop. Tickling Clown. Some kind of pharaoh. Let me see. Let me see if I can get Gotham in here real quick. That's Arkham Asylum. That is the nicest Arkham Asylum has looked in years. Like, it's always some gothic-ass, giant, like, crazy nut house. And, like, here, like, it looks actually pristine. And nice. Look at all that shit. Maybe it goes more... Maybe this is, like, the original Arkham Asylum. But then, like, once, like, all the really crazy guys start popping up, that's when they're like, okay, we need to relocate to, Transylvania. But yeah. But anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. If you're good as I done, links are on my Facebook, runs are on there somewhere. Videos. Hope you enjoy this. I'm gonna watch I'm probably watching another another 2 episodes right now. So get these done, get these batches out. But thanks for watching your videos. Hopefully enjoy this. Check out my streams when they come out soon. And yeah, we will. See you later. It is just cool seeing bats with like very low tech. Like this is like how bats was originally envisioned. Though again, I do love the high tech ones.